This is Gretchen, ho ho ho, and today we are going to witness another milestone in history. Buckle up and all alert. Let us hear the message of the President of the International Olympic Committee, Miss Frances Ibacarra, to introduce the definition and the physical education that may serve as a role in this year's Summer Olympics. A virtual round of applause, please. Great day, everyone. Mabuhay. We are all gathered today to witness the significant importance of physical education in our lives through Olympic Games. But first things first, let us define physical education. According to an Dean 1988, he defines physical education as an integral part of the educational program to promote the optimum development of the individual, physically, mentally, socially, and emotionally through total body movement and the performance of properly selected physical activities. In short, an Dean is able to highlight that physical education, or PE, is an essential program in the school that will allow students to realize their full potential. Meanwhile, in the book of Dimapilis et al. 2009, physical education is defined as an educational process that aims to improve the performance and enhancement of human development physically, mentally, socially, emotionally, through properly selected physical activities. Compared to a D, Dimapilis was able to define PE as an educational process and that it should have a thorough selection of the physical activities. In short, it should always incorporate worthwhile sports and games. As you can see, physical education, as defined by Dean and Dimapilis, is not just focusing on one goal, but it targets to improve the holistic growth. Usually at school, students are not engrossed with the concept of physical education since it requires time, resources, and materials. However, it is also important to remember that teachers play a part in this. They must see to it that physical education does not focus only on the physical outcomes of varied activities, but also on the development and acquisition of knowledge and attitude necessary for lifelong learning and lifespan participation. As you can see, with physical education, everyone will develop good health and maintain higher level of physical fitness that enables us to enjoy life. Indeed, health is wealth. The Olympic Federation, together with the World Health Organization, firmly believe that physical education can mold positive lifestyle and can adverse students' health outcome. Together, let us advocate for the promotion of active lifestyle for people of all ages. Together, let us aim to develop students' skills and good habits and assist them into becoming skilled, smart, happy, competent, and intelligent individuals. Let us promote physical education. Go for gold, aspiring teachers, athletes, and students. This is Miss Frances Ibacarra, President of the International Olympic Committee. Good day. Thank you, Miss Frances. Without further ado, let us start the opening ceremony of USAP Tokyo Summer Olympics 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, loud and proud, the delegates and athletes for this year's Summer Olympic with their different presentation towards physical education. For the objectives of PE, let's watch this.
Good morning, everyone. I am Trazona, and today I will be
the one and only Miss Heidelin Tias.
I am a Filipina weightlifter and airwoman, the first Filipino to ever win an Olympic gold medal for the Philippines. I am also an Olympic weightlifting record holder by winning the women's 55 kilogram category for weightlifting at the 2020 Summer Olympics. Today, I am not just a weightlifter, but a genius weightlifter. And together, we will learn all about the objectives of physical education. The aim of physical education is the wholesome development of personality of an individual, which means making an individual physically fit, mentally alert, emotionally balanced, socially well-adjusted, morally true, and spiritually uplifted. First and foremost, let's talk all about the physical development. The objective of physical development deals with a program of activities that builds physical power in an individual through the development of the various organic systems of the body. During this time of pandemic, we are so stressed doing our modules and other activities at home. And doing physical activities will help you balance your lifestyle. Physical development focuses on the acquisition of physical skills, which can increase one's capability to enjoy lifetime recreational pursuits. This is attained through regular exercise and varied participation in varied vigorous activities. Regular physical activity and good physical fitness help enhance the quality of life in many ways. Physical fitness and exercise help keep body fat levels in normal ranges and is responsible for muscle development that can improve one's perception of self. Next, we have the mental development. The mental development objective deals with the accumulation of body knowledge and the ability to think and to interpret this knowledge. Through physical education activities, learners acquire knowledge and understanding of rules and strategies of the games, sports, and dance instructions. Varied activities in physical education help students develop their ability to analyze body movements, skill, and game situations.
Hello everyone! I am Marjeline Digaum, or you can call me Margie for short. I am a 22-year-old, pure and proud Filipino, born on April 19, 1999 at Cebu City, Philippines. To those who do not know me, I am a professional skateboarder coached by Mr. Daniel Bautista. I joined and won various competitions in skateboarding. Street League Skateboarding, X Games, Asian Games, 2019 Southeast Asian Games, and 2020 Summer Olympics. I've been to different places and I've met different people because of skateboarding. And I thank God for all the blessings and provisions that He had showered upon me. Now, let us proceed to the continuation of the objectives of physical education. Next objective is emotional development. Physical education provides opportunities for self-expression and emotional masquerade. People who have more positive balance of feelings, which increases and develops self-confidence, self-reliance, and self-control. Positive character traits like courage and discipline are most likely to become part of an individual's life. This clearly states that when we engage ourselves in physical education activities, we will develop the emotional aspect of our life because these activities will help us feel good, which improves, which develops, and which enhances our mood, our energy levels, and even our sleep. Next is social development. Physical education often promotes the opportunity to be with other people. Through social experience, many appreciate the importance of physical education activities. Through active participation, students develop positive and desirable traits like cooperation, sportsmanship, friendliness, good leadership, respect for others, and honesty in group competition. So, in physical education, we are given the opportunity to engage in sports and group activities that strengthen our social skills, camaraderie, and peer relationship. So, the physical education activities enables us to connect with others, share our thoughts to others, and as well as inspire others. Last is the spiritual and moral development. So, physical education activities provide the development of our inner self and soul that helps us discover a personal meaning and a purpose in life. In addition to that, engaging in physical education activities would makes us feel alive and elevate our well-being, leading us to appreciate what is good and what is beautiful. So that's all of the objectives in physical education. So when we engage ourselves in physical education activities, we expect that we will become holistically developed individuals because of the development of our physical, mental, social, emotional, spiritual, and moral aspect of our lives.
Straight from the pride of the Philippines in skateboarding and weightlifting. Thank you, Marjeline and Heidel. Indeed, the objectives of physical education soars beyond acquisition and skill development. Now, for the purpose and benefits in physical education, focus, because another set of athletes will give their updates. Roll VTR.
Good day, people around the world. I am Daniela Reggie de la Pisa, a 19-year-old and an ovarian cancer survivor who struck gold in the hoop category of rhythmic gymnastics. For today's interview, I will relay the purpose of physical education. To further clarify the purpose of physical education, we can place it into a learning context, one that consists of categories or domains of learning. Bloom divided learning into three domains: the psychomotor, the cognitive, and affective. Some educators use these three domains of learning and others use four. For the purpose of this, the affective domain has been separated into the affective and the social domains. The psychomotor domain is unique to physical education. Addressing the psychomotor domain consists of developing the physical movement or neuromuscular skills and health and performance-related fitness skills needed for playing games and sports and being physically active. Movement skills such as skipping, throwing, dodging, balance, and coordination, as well as fitness skills including cardiorespiratory endurance, are all in the psychomotor domain. The cognitive domain addresses the thinking or knowledge-based components of physical education. Another purpose of physical education is to help students become PE literate. In other words, you must help students develop an understanding of the activities in which they participate. They should understand, for example, the concepts of balance and support, various games and rules and tactics, the FIT principle, and the importance of developing and implementing their own activities or fitness programs. In addition to addressing the psychomotor and cognitive domains, you will also need to help students develop positive attitude toward physical activities, along with the ability to work collaboratively and responsibly with others. The affective domain of learning addresses the attitudes and feelings students have about being active and their confidence levels. Helping students appreciate and enjoy moving, playing, and working toward better fitness outcomes is another purpose of physical education. Finally, the social domain involves helping students develop appropriate social skills. What better way to develop teamwork, fair play, responsibility, and getting along with others than through participation in sports, games, and physical activities taught in physical education? The purpose of physical education is more than just keeping students active in physical activities. Physical education is about physically educating students in a movement, concepts, and physical activity skills. It is about helping them gain confidence in their abilities and allowing them to enjoy moving and being active independently or within groups. According to the National Association for Sport and Physical Education, or NASPE, they include the domains of learning within its purpose statement for physical education. The goal of physical education is to develop physically educated individuals who have the knowledge, skills, and confidence to enjoy a lifetime of healthy physical activities. The word lifetime demonstrates an emphasis on more than just getting children and adolescents active and fit today. We must also prepare them to be physically active in the future. That's why teaching lifetime physical activities, skills, and concepts is an important part of physical education.
Now that the purpose of physical education has been described, what about its benefits? What are the advantages, gains, or rewards to students who participate in a quality physical education program? These qualities can be answered using the 4 domains of learning as our guide. The first benefit of physical education is the psychomotor benefits. Students obtain from physical education are plentiful. First, as a result of physical education, students can develop a strong foundation of fundamental skills such as running, jumping, twisting, throwing, catching, kicking, climbing, and dodging that establish the groundwork for more specialized skills needed to participating in physical games and sports, just like volleyball. The second one is the cognitive benefits. Students become PE literate by learning about physical education and fitness content, but they are most likely receiving a cognitive as well. During the past 25 to 30 years, an increasing number of studies have addressed the connection between physical activity and academic achievement. Various studies shown that participating in physical activities can increase a blood flow to the brain, resulting in improvements to mental alertness and intellectual functioning for both youth and adults. The third and fourth benefits are affective and social benefits. Do you feel better being physically active? Does your mood improve, or do you find yourself less tired or stressed out than before? It is commonly supported in the literature that participating in physical activities can have a positive psychological effect on the well-being of children, adolescents, and adults. Physical activity can be a great pick-me-up. Regular physical activity can help improve self-esteem and confidence in performing skills and reduce the signs and symptoms of stress, anxiety, and depression. Sometimes, however, physical education classes can be stressful, or you can have negative experiences, especially for students who are less skilled. It is important that you present lessons and activities in a meaningful and relevant ways to all your class members in order to enhance their enjoyment and the positive affective benefits physical education can offer. Once again, this is Eliza Valdez, the heartstrong phenom of USEP.
Charm and venom. What it takes, Daniela and Eliza. I certainly agree that the purpose of physical education is more than just keeping students active in physical activities. Well done! On to the physical education and health teacher characteristics and professionalism. Make way for the 2 of the most timeless phenomenal star athletes. Curious with their takes and names? Have a glimpse with this video clip.
Characteristics and professionalism. In this part, you will know the attributes and values that a physical education teacher should consider in teaching. Many people think that the duty of a physical education teacher is to simply roll out the ball, supervise games, and allow students to play and have fun. Although allowing students to play and have fun is important, you are preparing to become a quality physical education teacher, not a recreation director or playground supervisor. Your teaching duties will include developing and teaching effective lessons that provide appropriate development and learning opportunities for all students and that follow national, district, or state standards. The following, such as lesson planning and instruction, positive role modeling, and safety and liability, outline the teaching duties you will face as a physical education teacher. So mainly, your duty as a physical education teacher is to teach, and there you need a preparation and planning time prior to every class that you are going to conduct. In fact, that very time you spent in preparation helps you to plan about the flow or any processes you may involve to your class. The lesson materials, namely students' handouts or task sheets, presentation slides for discussions or instructions to be provided, visible station posters for some kinds of activity that you are going to establish during the class duration, assessment activities or assessment criteria, constructive tests, and assignments are the aspects inclined as your duties that show a lot more than just teaching. Second is to be the role model. Role modeling the healthy attitudes, behaviors, and values are the other duties that you are ought to consider. While everybody, especially your students, will be observing you throughout your class, your attitudes, behaviors, and values should be positive at all times when you are teaching. Be that as possible, you need to be prepared, having the skills, right amount of knowledge from the content, presentable guise of your role as the teacher will get positive role modeling actualized. Therefore, it is important for you to demonstrate competency, professional responsibility, and respect, as well as the need to reveal enthusiasm and good mentality as a physical education teacher. Safety and liability. These are the two aspects that you need to consider when teaching. Since physical education carries a higher risk than other school activities, you as a teacher need to prepare and provide learners the safe learning environment, as you could be held as liable for any circumstances that your students may get into. Failure to provide safety to our learners will be cited as teachers' negligence. Students' injuries are the results of teachers' failure or negligence may have caused by the nonfeasance, malfeasance, and misfeasance. Let's know each of them. Nonfeasance may be cited under liability when the teacher fails to supervise a class or fails to teach students correctly, like allowing students to play in an environment regardless of the things that may have caused harm to them. Malfeasance refers to teachers' illegal doings towards learners, such as punishing learners with physical force resulting to any harm or injuries. Misfeasance is an act of teachers teaching skills or acting incorrectly, resulting to injuries among learners. On the other hand, teachers more likely use comparative negligence as their defense to not get 100% liability for the blame or damage. Howbeit, in avoiding the instance of getting cited as negligent teachers, you must practice foreseeability as the easiest way to maintain safety learning environment. Foreseeability is an ability to recognize potential danger and get immediate appropriate responses or actions towards potential problems. And for the bottom line, you must make sure that you are following prudent and safe practices while securing a safe environment for the learners. This is Dylan Castillejo in Teacher Characteristics and Professionalism Report.
Greetings to all teachers and athletes. Good day. This is your people champ, Manny Pacquiao. I am a Filipino professional boxer, media celebrity, and politician who became world famous for winning boxing titles in more weight classes than any boxer in history. The first and only 8th division boxing champion in the world. I rose from abject poverty to pinnacle of my sport, and I also eventually became a senator in the Philippines. Now, there are 5 characteristics in a physical education teacher should possess which may shape concepts in teaching. First, interpersonal skills. PE teachers do hands-on instruction at every class, which means it's essential for them to have advanced interpersonal skills. This goes beyond communication know-how. Interpersonal skills also include their ability to make genuine connections with others, to see things from their perspective, and to be sensitive to the emotional needs of others. Great physical education teachers intuitively understand how to convey respectfulness, positively, and cooperativeness. Second, collaboration. Just like teachers of academic subjects, PE teachers work on physical education programs and lesson plans. But great PE teachers collaborate with the students' academic teachers to align physical exercises with the content that they're learning on their classes. They recognize that all students have varying athletic abilities and that sometimes activities need to be modified to accommodate the topics being addressed by their other teachers. Successful teachers also adapt their instruction style to help students fully understand key concepts. Third, enthusiasm. Students are much more excited about going to class when they know their teacher is too. Great PE teachers strive to inspire a love of sports and nutrition in their students. They also create a welcoming environment in which every student feels respected and valued, both by the teacher and the other students. Fourth, athletic ability. Although it isn't necessary for PE teachers to have the physical prowess of professional athletes, they do tend to be physically fit, as it's important to set a good example of health and wellness for the students. PE teachers should also be reasonably skilled at playing the sports they're teaching to students. And lastly, creativity. Students respond well to teachers who exhibit creativity in lesson planning and implementation. It encourages students to have fun and actively engage in the class. Great physical education teachers are not afraid to break the mold every now and then. They're willing to try new things, solicit feedback from their students, and develop meaningful lesson plans. This is Manny Pacquiao in the Teacher Characteristics and Professionalism Report.
What a blast! People's champ and Mr. Yan. Thank you for discussing the different attributes and values that a physical education teacher should assume when teaching. There is indeed power in knowledge with the definition, aims, purpose, benefits, and characteristics of physical education. As discussed by our athletes and delegates, we are now all set in formally opening this year's Summer Olympics. The International Olympic Committee is hoping that through these ideas, we all can make a change in generating worthwhile knowledge in physical education. Ladies and gentlemen, all rise and watch as the athletes and delegates and unravel this year's tagline of sports.
Let the East of Tokyo Summer Olympics 2022 begins faster, higher, stronger together.
Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest boxers in the history of.
And there we go, the cauldron is lit. The flame shines bright.